Sure. Good evening and welcome to Success in the City. My name's Helen Webster and I'm with the lovely
Amanda,
Amanda. So, Amanda, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
you're welcome.
As you can see, there's somebody missing who will probably join on in the next maybe 10-ish minutes, but we didn't want to wait any longer because she'd forgotten about us and gone to Aldi instead. So Sandra will be joining us hopefully very, very soon. But it's lovely to have you here, Amanda. So
Thank you.
we will go through and we will stick with the same format. And
Okay.
if anybody wants to join in, they can. So shout out to the kids, any young people, little people who've done fabulous things this week or just, within the last few weeks that you want to give a little shout out to. So do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
Sally up to you, hon.
Okay, I'll go first. So I'm going to shout out to Flair and Fliss, who are two, a girl I used to play tennis with, who was a good friend of mine, her two daughters, so they're like little tennis prodigies. And they play for East Wavertree under nines, and they've just won Division One Winter Youth League, which is fabulous. But it's really bizarre because Flair, who's the oldest one, is like watching her mum play tennis. It's absolutely they're from a really good tennis and family, but Flair is just like watching. She's just like a little young Emily. It's amazing. So big shout out to them because it's exciting, isn't it, when they're starting off on their little journey. So yeah, so I'm going to give a shout out to all of them little ones in the East Wavertree Tennis Club. What about you?
Okay, I'm going to give a little shout out to Katie Murphy today because it was her birthday and she came in on her birthday to practice for the show tonight.
Ah,
So,
fabulous!
a little shout out to happy birthday to Miss Katie.
What a great birthday, isn't it? What else would you be doing? Yeah, and we'll find out what she was practicing and what they were doing
Okay.
all of that a little bit later on, which is super exciting stuff. So success this week, personally for you, do you have one?
Um, I'm going to shout that out to for personal success this week. I'm going to shout that out to Molly Harrison. She's been off sick, but she came in and she's been learning a tap routine and she's doing absolutely amazing. So
Oh,
yeah, my
Mol,
little shout out today is for achievement this week is definitely going to Molly Harrison.
brilliant! I love that. Have you got one for you personally? Have you done something amazing this week? Have you got a little success?
Survived.
Survived. Brilliant. I love that. Yeah. That was mine last week. Mine was because I've had this funny coldy virus thing. I'm on week 3. I'm normally sick for about 24 hours. And I'm on week 3 and I'm just fed up now. I'm bored of it. I think I'm just bored. It's stopping me from doing things. I'm just bored of it. So my success this week is so I've gone back to I went to uni for my 50th birthday. Here's Sandra. Let me welcome her in. There we go. I'm gonna switch you there. We're live, mates. Don't swear because we're live on TV.
Well, I've got my red face. Hi, Amanda. I'm
Hi.
so sorry. I do apologise.
I did say you've got your another red face to add to the list, mate.
Oh, I forgot what the other one was as well.
I've
Never
remembered. You're all right. You're safe.
good.
So we're just doing. Have you got any shout out for any kids, any young people, San?
No, you just carry on. I'll join
Okay,
in a minute.
when you're ready. Do
I'm
you want to go make yourself a cuppa?
yes,
Don't do that, mate. While we carry on.
I'll take it with me.
Okay. So we're doing success for personally for us. So Amanda survived. Mine was surviving last week, but this week, so I went back to uni, Amanda, and I'm doing a degree, and I had 2 assignments that I had to do over Christmas and the Christmas holidays. Anyway, I've got them back and I've passed, so I'm made up. So that was brilliant. And I was only 2 points off a distinction. I wasn't really bothered when I submitted it, but then I thought, oh, and I was fuming that because I thought,
Brilliant.
I know, but I thought I wasn't competitive, and now I am. But anyway, and my other success is I haven't eaten chocolate today.
Well done.
Yeah, so I went to the gym this morning, I've been so good, and I didn't eat chocolate. So, because I haven't been well, I've just eaten chocolate. But I bought myself some cherries,
Very good.
and that was to stop me from eating chocolate. It doesn't taste the same as a Cadbury's Easter egg, but I am trying. What about you, Stan? What's your success this week?
Well, every cloud has a silver lining, as I always say. So despite like being oblivious to everything, meandering around in the shops and then getting a call, having clearly left my other phone at home. So you got me on the work, which was ridiculous. So I got a call off you. Anyway, for the first time ever, I've been able to log in on this new laptop on StreamYard.
Oh, fabulous.
So I was like, oh, wow. Ooh, there we go. So that's
I know
a
what your
little
little fuzz has got. So Sandra dropped her phone last week, so I had this like little glow around.
Oh, yeah, I
it.
forgot about that. A technological disaster, Amanda, honestly.
I did say to Amanda when I spoke to her on the phone, I said, don't worry. I said, it's not slick. You're all right.
Oh, no, it certainly isn't. Yeah.
I think you're safe.
There we go. Hand breathe.
Oh,
Oh, my
You've got your
word.
cuppa. You've been shopping. You've had your hair blown.
Yes, well, I didn't have chocolate today, Helen, but I have just had 4 ounces of smoked salmon.
Oh, that's all right. That's good.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to
away
eat
with the
chocolate.
fairies, honestly.
Day one. I know. Right, we're going to play this or that.
Okie doke.
I'm going to give you some time to have a little think.
You go first. I'm good
going
to go.
to. So last week, Amanda, it was shocking. You know.
Right, Amanda, I had a brilliant question and I thought it was wonderful.
I'm gonna let Amanda into it. Amanda, emu or ostrich? Don't even think. Don't even contemplate it.
Emu or ostrich? Obviously, it's an emu, yeah. Go on, carry on. Right, you go first, Helen.
Anyway, okay. So we've been talking a bit today in school about food prep and things like that. So I'm not on TikTok because I just think it's another thing that you've got to look at. Anyway, they shared a TikTok video about this chicken and pasta thing. So I thought I'll make it tonight and see how it is. Right. So I've done that anyway. So what it got me thinking was, because we were talking about meal prep. Would you eat last night's takeaway for your breakfast? So you know, like people have cold pizza in the morning.
Personally, no.
Yeah, totally. Especially if it's curry, hands down. Not Chinese curry, definitely.
You would eat a curry?
I've done it 100%. We've done that loads. I thought, that'll do me. Oh, I'll have a bit of that. Yeah, totally. I would definitely eat it.
Morning.
Yeah, for brekkie. But I have no issue. So it's only in our country and like sort of America and Canada and like Australia and that we have like specifics for breakfast. So if you're in Thailand, they might have hot chicken for breakfast. Or if you're in Mexico, they'll have burritos. It's only like here that we're into all of that.
No, I'm thinking, would you have like last night's tea for your breakfast?
Yeah, I would have a curry. Yeah. I've done it the other week, so I know that happened.
Oh, okay.
So the night after the Ofsted.
Yeah.
I bought a takeaway round, so the next day I had a curry for breakfast before I went to work. When I was in a bit later,
Fair plate, yeah. No, I'm an absolute no. No, I'm not. No. Peter Lloyd's listening in. Peter Lloyd says totally, he says.
Yeah, thank you, Peter. There we go.
Yeah. So Peter's an ex-guest of ours, or previous guest, we should say. Former guest, that's the one, who does gardens, fabulous gardens, and he's been nominated for an award as well.
He's won all kinds of awards, actually.
Well, I did say to him, look what happens when you come on our show. But
I know, he did the garden, Ukrainian garden, for Eurovision in the city centre in the Baltic. Sensory gardens, he's won shows at Tatton and everything, he's fab.
Yeah, okay, San, your go.
Okay, so I'm very much aware of what you do, Amanda, and I know all about your organisation from Caroline and one of the young people who I've done some work with teaching Spanish and everything, so I know about the great work you do. So I would like to say rehearsals or the actual live performance?
For me, what do I prefer?
Yeah, with your young people.
Rehearsals, we've still got, how do I say this? We've still got a chance to, it's like beefing them up, to wind them up, to just stand back and let them go on the night of the show. So rehearsals for us is like the fine tweaking, you know, building them up, giving them the confidence to stand there in front of, you know, a few people waiting for the audience. So it's all about confidence building, reassuring them, all those kinds of things, you know, that they can do it, they're going to be fine, they know everything, you know, try and get rid of the nerves, just reassure them, you know, they don't need anything else now, they've got it all, just go and enjoy it. This is the time now. It's like when you go to the rehearsal, on the rehearsal, it's time to enjoy it. Go and enjoy yourselves.
Yeah.
Because it's out of our hands then.
Of course.
It's completely out of our hands. It's down to them.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you, San? Would you prefer to rehearse or be in the performance?
Rehearse and give out cups of tea on the night.
Would you?
Definitely, yeah.
No, I think full on performance because when you're on the stage and people clap for you, it's just like the best feeling in the world, isn't it?
Yeah.
For me, it's like watching the reaction, you know, from that. Do you know what I mean? So we get our buzz from how they are. Do you know what I mean? How what when they get that hit back from the audience, it's like, oh my God, do you know what I mean? And that's where the enjoyment for us comes.
Yeah.
Seeing them achieve.
I've never performed in anything.
I performed in the lip sync.
Oh no! Oh, that was horrendous. See, I was off my face. I did it. I forgot about that. Yeah, I did. Oh, I've done stuff like that.
You're not elated when people clapped at the end.
We took the thing when I did the lip sync thing.
Yeah. Did you prefer your rehearsals or did you prefer it when you performed?
The whole thing was absolute torture. I can't tell you how awful it was. It was really stressful. I didn't mind the rehearsals. Yeah, the rehearsals when nobody's there.
When no one's watching.
Yeah, that was terrible. But I had 3 Black Russians, which I shouldn't have had because I had severe nerves, Amanda. And that was shocking, absolutely shocking. But we did raise a lot of money.
Yeah, and it is on video somewhere.
And no.
Okay. Amanda.
Yes.
Would you stay up and watch the Super Bowl or not?
It's not something that interests me.
No. What about you, San?
Yeah, I would, because it's the show, isn't it? It's all the showmanship of it, and they had like Diana Ross kicking a football and stuff like that. So, the showmanship of it. You have to have like snacks and popcorn and things as well. Yeah. Totally.
So it was on Sunday, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because I was in work on Monday morning, I didn't stay up. But normally, I time me life around staying up and watching the Super Bowl and then having a little lie in because it's on it starts at 11:30, so it's on till about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, no way. I love the Super Bowl. Go on, San, your go.
Okay, Amanda, winter or summer?
Summer. Summer, definitely summer.
I like the summer blue skies, bright sunshine. But I do like a freezing cold, bright blue sky, sunshine day as well. Once it's blue sky.
Yeah, I like the light. I like the light. I like the the early mornings, the late nights when it's still light. That's what I like about summer. It's
definitely me too. Yeah. I prefer summer.
Yeah. Okay, Amanda, I'm going to really put you on the spot now.
Here we go.
Singing or dancing?
Well, it's got to be dancing because I can't sing a note. Literally cannot sing a note.
I can't do either, Amanda.
What about you, San?
Well, I'm hopeless at both, singing or dancing.
Mm.
On a night out.
No.
Dancing.
In the performance. So you're in the performance. They've actually recruited you. I know.
Oh, dear. If it's with a group, singing.
Yeah.
I sang in the choir at school on the Philharmonic when I was 12, and that's the last performance I ever did, singing other than a lip sync dance, which went disastrously wrong.
Yeah. I'm going to go dancing.
Well, you are singing.
Well,
in
I
the
can dance, but I would love to be able to sing.
Yeah, we still need a singing coach, don't we? We need to get that Louise to teach us.
Oh,
But
we'll get Louise. We'll do
she is a proper singer, but she's like a Disney princess, and I need to do Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sandra, on Facebook, can you share it to Live to Learn?
Yes,
Do you know
certainly.
what to do as we're going along?
Oh, well, I can do, Helen, but I've left my phone on my desk.
Oh, you can't do it anyway because you're not on it anymore because they zapped your thing off, didn't you?
No, I've set up a new account, haven't I?
Yeah, but I don't think I've added
Oh,
you
no,
in
I'm
as
not
an admin.
Success City anymore.
Anyway.
Never mind. Oh, I
There we
bet you've
go.
never been on anything so slick as this, Amanda. Get on fire today, believe me.
No, we're going to welcome Amanda anyway.
Yes.
So a massive thank you to Amanda for joining us. We have spoken to Caroline a few times about coming on and sharing what happens, and she was like, oh no, I'm not going to do it. She said, but I'm sure Amanda will.
That's right. We tried to get her to come on as well, didn't we?
Yeah. So Amanda is from Live to Learn, a musical theatre group, but with a massive difference and a massive talent. So Amanda, we'd like to know how it all started, what you do, and Sandra and I will ask questions as we go along.
Yes.
We've got about 35-ish minutes to, but don't worry because the time will fly because we'll ask you loads of questions.
Okay.
So over to you.
Right, okay. Well, Live to Learn is a centre for people with additional needs, learning disabilities. We cover everything really from autism to Down syndrome. It's not an education centre, it's for people once they've finished education, and it's basically skills for life. So we do loads and loads and loads of different activities. It's student-led, they choose the activities, and then, you know, we implement them on a sort of like a mini college timetable system, but the timetable changes every 4 to 6 weeks because then they don't get bored. So it's just constantly reintroducing stuff. Our main draw here, and it always has been, is like the singing and dancing, the musical theatre side of things. We've also got a taekwondo side of us as well. We've got taekwondo sessions twice a week, which is we're under the Kajok martial arts centre. Claire is a GB coach and she comes in twice a week and does taekwondo, and I've got a couple of students now who are up to green belts.
Oh,
so
wow.
progressing nicely. So yeah, so that's that side. But Monday, Wednesday and Friday mornings are dedicated to the musical theatre group. If the students that come on that day don't want to be involved in the musical theatre group, it's not a problem, because then they go, because we cook fresh every day, lunches and stuff. So they'll go and help in the kitchen, prepare the lunch. You know what I mean? If we've got a show coming up or we need props, they'll go and help make the props and stuff like that. So just because they don't want to sing and dance doesn't mean to say they don't have to be involved. This, you know, at their level, they can be involved with us as much as they like. How did the musical theatre start? Right. Way back in 2015, it was Geraldine, the lady who runs all the musical theatre side of stuff. She made the connection. Students having a bad day, be brought through, you know, kept separately. Are you okay? Have a cup of tea, put the music on. And then slowly but surely different songs was resonating with different people, you know, bringing them out of the mood, having a little sing-song with them. And the one common theme that we found was everybody loved a Disney song. So it was the connection with the music and the songs and how that can change the mood. And really it was her belief that, and which we do believe, that, you know, music has the ability to unite all of us at some level. Music has the ability to unite all of us, and it was that initial spark of being able to change the mood, uplift the mood, bring them all together, get them all singing, dancing, you know, and just having a good time. Really, that's how it started. And our very, very first show, when I think back now, 10 years ago, it was literally a collection of Disney songs that we put together in a little play, visiting, you know, this traveler that we made up. All the kids had like the names and characters were all in it, and we had one of the students reading the script, and we had painted backdrops was on old sheets. We painted the backdrops on old sheets. We made all our masks and costumes, script in hand, and off we went to like a little centre and we performed, and we had an absolute ball that night. And then it's just grown and grown and grown and grown and grown. And each year, you know, we did different themes and different things. So the shows over the year, the one after the initial one was Bugsy Malone, the songs from Bugsy Malone. Then they did, after Bugsy Malone, we did Hairspray from Hairspray.
Sandra's favourite is Hairspray, isn't it?
Hairspray, we went to the Greatest Showman because that was the year the Greatest Showman come out. So we did At the Circus. Then we've done Annie. We've done Oliver. Wow. Last year was Shine. So last year we changed course, really. We went off in a different direction. So whereas we like based the second half of the show, because the first half of the show is like all different kinds of variety stuff, singing and signing, individual people performing, you know, it's a bit of everything. Whereas the second part of the show, it's always been themed around the songs, and we make up our own little version of that. That's how it is. But last year Geraldine took them off in a different direction. So each year we've stepped up. So like the first year they did the At the Circus was on a proper stage. Before that it had just been on flat or on little blocks. So they stepped up. So each year then we got a vocal coach, and we've been teaching them how to sing the following year, and it's just gone on like that. Aww. So last year was the big show that we did was called Shine, and it was just a compilation of all different kinds. We had like a war theme, so they done all the singing and signing to that, and then there was we had a big section on ABBA, you know, and so it was all different, as I say. So this year it's the theme for this year's show, which is in a couple of weeks, is Coming to America. So all the different genres from American music right the way through, and there's you name it, and it's in it this year. Singing, dancing, tapping, you name it. It's got to be.
And did you say they signed as well?
Yeah, they do singing and signing. That's one of the sessions. We have a singing and signing sessions just to really. It started off as an interest because they like singing, but it's also a way of them teaching them signs without them realizing they're actually being taught signs.
Of course.
A lot of them will have done it in college or whatever, and you know what the thing, you don't use it, you lose it.
100%.
So it's just a way of keeping that skill going through songs. And, you know, there's plenty of stuff out there, you know, songs they like, old songs, new songs, nursery rhymes, you know. So it's different for different people at different levels.
And it's an open communication, isn't it, you know, to for other people. So I can sign, and it's just great communication. You know, people think, you know, you've got to be deaf to sign, and you haven't. You know, we have someone non-verbal. You know, some can communicate. Maybe if you're getting a little bit upset inside, you might not be able to verbalize the words, but you could sign something to say how you're feeling or whatever. You know, it's a real.
Yeah, it's great as well. Like, you know, if they're too frightened to go to the toilet, you know, they'd use the toilet sign, and you know, so it's great. You know, for that.
And I remember the first time I saw the signing choir, so the children, and they were in Sainsbury's in East Prescott Road, and I walked into Sainsbury's, didn't realise, and the little ones, they might have been from the school, maybe they were from Nottingham, and they were singing a Christmas carol and signing, and I had to walk out of it. Walked in, got really choked, walk out, had a word with myself and thought, get yourself together. Yeah. And then I walked back in again, and it was just gorgeous. It was just lovely. And I've followed the signing choir in Liverpool. I know a few people in the signing choir.
We've actually got 2 students who attend that choir.
It's fun. When Steve Rotherham, they had his inauguration in Wallasey Town Hall I went to, and they were just fantastic there. They did a couple of songs and they were just superb.
But they're very welcoming too. You know, as I say, we've got 2 students that, you know, that come here, that love it that much, that go there to carry on and to further their skills.
Well, you know, Amanda, the young person who I know who's attended Live to Learn is just evangelical about it. She just loves it so much, and she showed me all the things she's done there. And as you say, not just the performance, which obviously she loves, but the other things she'd done. And I'd say, where have you done that? She'd go, Live to Learn, you know, and she just really loved it. And her mum said, oh, Sandra, it's fabulous. And she's got so much out of it. So, you know, it's wonderful. And how would somebody access this if they wanted their young person to go there?
So basically what happens is at the moment, like, people are transitioning and that, aren't they? You know, like the ones that are coming up to leave in June. So either schools, colleges, or whoever will approach us, or personal people. So if they've left or they've left in a few years, they'll just make an initial phone call to us. We'll talk to them, have a little chat, find out what they're like, what they're interested in. And then what we try and do is match the taster day to the activities that's going on that they like. So before they come, they get a series of forms to fill out. So it's a background and, you know, all the different things. So we're getting to know the student a little bit. And sometimes a full day is too much. So they'll come for half a day. So we're very flexible about stuff like that. And then sometimes, you know, they'll try the full day. And then we get a chance to assess them to see whether we could fit that we meet their needs. And they get a chance to say, yes, it's for us, or no, it's not for us, because we're not for everybody. You know, we're not one cat fits all. It's, you know, our kind of policy is they have to be involved. If they just want to not, you know, sit quiet, or, you know, don't want to sit on a computer or watch telly, it's not, that's not us. We're very, very active. Like, we start the day every day with the Super Brain yoga to get them all going, and most mornings, you know, we do like a step routine, so they go and do like 15-20 minutes a step for the cardiovascular. You know, we do the healthy eating. We're all on Slimmers World recipes at the moment. So we've got the pet therapy dog Rolo that, you know, they all love taking out for a walk. So in the summers, it's, you know, out in the parks and, you know, being out and about and doing all different. They go and play tennis, they go and play golf, you know, they go boxing, they do all kinds, you know, they do literally do all kinds. But
and is it all the same venue, Amanda? Sorry. Is it at the same space?
No, we're based in the centre, but we're out and about to all different places. Like, we go up to the golf is up at Hesketh Park. No, sorry, it's the it's Southport Golf, and it's up at what's it called now? Just past Banks.
I know where you mean.
By the Leisure Lakes, you know, the Leisure Lakes.
Yeah, I know where you mean. I can't think what it's called.
So it's Southport Golf, and we take them there. We take them tennis at Mills Cop tennis course, which is just by Churchtown. So you know, the boxing, they go down to Crosby, to Sean down in Crosby. So it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? We just go to different centres and different places. And
so do you have a minibus? Do you go out on the minibus, or do you go in cars, or does it just depend on?
We've got a 9 and an 8-seater and a 7-seater car. So, you know, it's different because, as I say, we do pickups and drop-offs as well in the morning. We go out and pick them up from home and bring them in. So we've got 3 vehicles going out. One goes to Liverpool, one goes to up like Southport Banks Way, and one just like close around the centre, because they all have to be picked up by a certain time to get to the centre. And we've got people, you know, mums that are working and dads that are working, and they have to be out the house by a certain time. So, yeah, that's.
So what age range do the young people come?
Anything. We you know, once they've left education, so anything from 18 upwards. I think our oldest student at the moment is 56.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah. So
you know, it's a massive. It's a really varied age range. We're not. Long as you know, they're willing to join in and give it a go, then we're happy.
Which is great. And before we came on, we were talking that you had an allotment, didn't you? You know, and it depends on the weather and things. Whether have you ever grown anything that then they cook? Because because we're thinking of doing this.
Yeah, that's what we do. We've got the polytunnel and that at the allotment. So in the summer, like, we don't buy tomatoes, we don't have to buy cucumber, lettuce and stuff like that, because like the lettuce that we don't use, it goes to the rabbit.
Oh yeah, they've got a rabbit as well.
You know, carrots and greens, all the greens, green beans, cabbage, that, you know, we don't use the students, but the students like to take it home as well. The ones that have worked on it, and like all the herbs that we grow and different things, they, you know, they get to take home as well. It's not just us. And then any excess we take to the food banks.
Brilliant.
So good, isn't it?
So the start, seeing the cycle right through, you know, the planting, you know, we also do floristry with them and stuff like that as well. You know, little sessions, taster sessions.
So just to think, I've got all these questions. Do you self-fund? How, you know, do you do fundraising for this? You know,
we
you
have to do a lot
of activities there.
Yeah, we do a lot of fundraising, especially for the musical theatre. It's, you know, just for costumes alone, the money, you know, we have to fundraise all year just to be able to buy all the costumes, you know, the venue, pay for the venue, then there's the staffing, you know, so it does work out quite expensive, but it's worth it because they love it.
And
they
how
absolutely
do you
love it.
Fundraising? Well, how do you do your fundraising? What for that?
We go to Tesco's, we sing at Tesco's, when people like donate. We run like bingo nights and karaoke nights and raffles and anything like that, anything that we can, you know, quizzes, anything that we can do to bring money in. This year we've been very, very lucky because we kind of changed the format a bit. So we've been sponsored. We've got people to sponsor us, and, you know, for an ad to go in our program for the show.
Okay.
So that's helped bring in some income, much needed income for us, to enable us to do this year. And that's the first time we've done that, but, you know, it definitely has helped.
Brilliant. And where is where's the venue for the show this year?
The show again is the same as last year, so it's at the Oak Theatre in Scarisbrick Hall School, which just in Scarisbrick, yeah. And it's a fabulous venue because there's no worries because there's no stage. It's a brand new theatre, so there's no like worrying about people coming off the stage. It's completely disabled access to it. You know, we don't have to worry about any of that, getting them on and off the stage. It's all flat, you know, it goes up. So it's an absolute great venue. And the staff were so lovely last year to us. You know, nothing was too much trouble. Aww. So it was a no-brainer of going back there again this year.
Tickets are still available, aren't they?
Yes, they are. You can buy tickets. You can either give us a ring and pay on the door on the night, or alternatively, give us a ring and you can put the money into the bank, and you know, we'll send you the tickets, or call in and pick them up. It's know.
You know, your Facebook page, which obviously we'll put all the links on to after and everything.
So I did share the I shared the page for people to just go and have a little look. Yeah. And then I shared the Live to Learn Proudly Presents 10, which is the new
promo video.
This is my phone, and I don't know whether
I can see that there.
And all the details are on there. And so it's on the 20th and 21st of February, and it starts at 7:00. And Amanda's email is there, and there's the telephone number and the mobile number. And you know, if you can't make it, you can still donate a tenner for your ticket.
Absolutely.
How much is a ticket?
Yes, it is £10 for the ticket.
£10, so you can still donate £10. You know, you could buy somebody an ice cream while, you know, gift an ice cream or something like that to somebody. And we were talking before about how important it is for people to see how good the students are.
Yeah, you know, this year, especially this year, it's as if like they've all jumped a level, they've all stepped up, and we're hoping to put a little something together to show the progression of the students before the show starts. So you will be able to witness for yourself. So even if you've never seen any of our shows, you'll be able to see where we started to where we are today. And then you're going to see the actual, you know, go straight into the actual show. So, you know, it as I say, it won't matter whether you'll still see the students and you'll still see, you know what I mean? So even if you don't know anybody in there, it'll be just the difference in them has just been enormous. Absolutely.
I think for you as an organisation, you know, when you try to put something on the first time, you know, as you said, you know, you had sheets with, you know, the props and everything and everybody will have absolutely loved it just as much. But I think to watch something from the beginning and then every single year, you know, it improves, and now you're in, you know, you've got a lovely venue, and you know, thinking about people haven't got to get on and off the stage, so it's accessible for everybody. It's all these little touches, isn't it, you know? And then I know you've got a few magical surprises that are happening on the night, so people really need to go along and see, because people have worked really, really hard in the background and at rehearsals and things to make sure that the young people do succeed and achieve, haven't they?
But it's not really about us as well. It's like we can only put the work in if they want to do it, because you know, in this field, if they don't want to do it and they haven't got the heart to do it, they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But when you're working with students that will give it their all and will, you know, constantly, it doesn't matter, you know, 50 times, 60 times, 70 times, and they're still willing to keep going and going and going until they've got it. You can't help but want to work with them. And that's what I said, like on the night, stepping back and watch them achieve. It's great.
And do you know what, Amanda? You're just enhancing these people's lives so much by what you're doing. And I know you're saying it's great they put their effort in and everything, but it wouldn't be there if you didn't do it. And you know, it's fantastic. It really
is a team effort. Do you know what I mean? In all honesty, my job's props and costumes.
You've already told us you can't sing. You know what I mean?
My job is literally props and costumes. That's my input. It's really Geraldine. Geraldine does all the music, all the dancing, all the songs, finds the right song. You know, she can listen to 10 different versions of it to get the right one that matches their voice. Wow. It's all that kind of stuff. And Donna works relentlessly with them with the signing. So, you know, that side of it, we've all the way it works is we've all got our own areas of expertise, and we lead that area. So you're like, mine's cooking and craft. Do you know what I mean? So that's the way it works. So there's different members of staff, and they, you know, will help and support in different areas. So yeah, amazing. But we all come together for the show.
Yeah, and we were talking about the food, and you know, you were saying that everything's cooked from scratch, and so the young people, you know, if they want to go and do a different activity, because you have lots of different activities that are on, they go off and cook food, don't they, to feed everybody?
Yeah, we also, as I say, we cook fresh every day. And again, the menu is chosen. The students choose what they want on the menu for the following week. Because again, there's no point in me putting on, I don't know, pasta if nobody wants to eat pasta. Yeah. So they get to tell us what they want. So then they take it in turns to have, you know, it's your turn to choose this week. It's your turn to choose this week. And then that goes on. So, you know, there's always jack of potatoes, toasties, there's always like fresh soup made, and then it's like one hot main meal. So they get a choice of what they want to do. So that gets done first thing every morning. Once they come in, they've had the breakfast, they've had the tea and the toast, we had a little chat, they've done news, and then we'll do lunch choices, and then that's when we go then in straight into Super Brain Yoga. And then the ones that want to, then we'll go off and do the fitness stuff. And then, you know, the timetable activities then kick in.
But it's really important for life skills, you know. I think I was working in Bootle in the May Logan Centre, and never really thought of the power of food and sharing food.
Yeah.
So all sitting down together and sharing food, because some people, you know, they live on their own and they might, you know, not have had a meal with somebody. And it opened my eyes to how food, you know, before you were saying about, you know, songs bring people together and music does, and food does. And I think for skills outside of, you know, your centre, they might be able to go home and maybe make a soup for somebody, which, you know, for their family or for neighbours or whatever, you know.
We also do little courses. Like last year we did like a pasta course. So we taught them how to make pasta using the pasta machine. So each week then, you know, it was like 1 week they did pasta, spaghetti, then it went on to tagliatelle, then we made ravioli, and then we did ravioli with different fillings, and
cool.
you know, and stuff like that. We did a sushi course. So we
wow.
did like different, you know, different
I
styles.
need to go on this course.
I know.
You know, it again, it's what they want to do. We do food from around the world. So like we'll pick a day and then they'll pick a country. And then for so many weeks, you know, we'll do a different country each week. We'll do, you know, so we go to France and they'll have like croque monsieur and French onion soup, and they'll learn how to do that. You know, we go to Italy, they've done the pasta, pizza, you know. But as I say, we cook fresh every day anyway. So, you know, all these skills that they're doing, you know, they can learn to take it home and, you know, carry on the development at home.
Brilliant.
Which is really important, isn't it?
Absolutely, and it's keeping them going, and it's also keeping the dexterity going, using the, you know, the different tools, peelers, graters, knives. You know, it's helping them as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I think if somebody hasn't done a session with you know, or been involved in a session with the young people, it's like a laugh a minute as well, isn't it? You know, you never know what's going to happen. And
well, the one line is a legendary.
Yeah.
And we were talking before, sometimes you come in with a bad day, isn't it? You know, you have a bad day, you're feeling a little bit something, you know, and then you go in and you might be delivering a cookery lesson or a singing lesson or craft or something like that. And you can't help but not smile, can you, when you come out?
No, it's true. It's true.
What sort of crafts do you do?
Everything. Like at Christmas, to do like the Christmas wreaths. We've got a wreath making machine. They do the pots, table decorations. So Easter, you know, we do everything. At the moment, they're on felting. They're learning how to dry felt and wet felt, making little animals and stuff like that. Knit. So last year they did loads.
Sorry, Amanda. What's a wreath making machine?
You know the wreaths that go on the door.
Yeah.
So we've got a machine. It's like a foot operated machine with the clamps. So you make your bundles, you put it in, and then they press the foot and it clamps it down, and then you move it around, and so it makes the full wreaths. You know, that you hang on the door. Oh. So you can do that with fresh stuff, or you can do it with artificial.
Wow.
So are you going to do a wreath making class for anybody to come as a fundraiser?
We didn't last year. We have done in previous years, but we didn't do it this Christmas.
We could use. We've got a space, Amanda, because I know Carolyn asked about our space for you guys but we've got a space we could use for that, or we could come up to you, and I'd love the sound of that. I did a wreath making workshop. I attended one about just before the lockdown, actually, and I loved it. It was brilliant, really good fun.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Loudest.
I know. It's quite a good little day out, that, isn't it?
See what Uncle Ron's put on there, Hal?
Yeah, so Uncle Ron's put, there's no business like show business.
Oh,
it isn't. It really isn't. And we'll be able to, once the performance has happened, Amanda's going to share the video with us that we'll then be able to. But it's top secret, so we can't have it beforehand.
Okay. No, sorry.
That's all right.
I've already let too many secrets out tonight. Geraldine will hang me.
Oh, no.
No, I think you've been very good. Because we had a little chat before, and I was like, we can say exciting things are happening, but not actually what it's going to be, to entice more people to come along, isn't it? You know. So, what's the future then for Live to Learn? How is it going to go in the next, say, 2 or 3 years? What's going to happen?
Well, we're just hoping to carry on developing. Do you know what I mean? Developing new activities, new opportunities for the students to do. But again, you know, it's got to be led by them. It's got to be stuff that they want to do, that we can, you know, move into and you know, move along with. That kind of thing. I think we're also going to go off. I can't say too much, but you know, opportunities for the students to go out into competitions and stuff like that. I can't let too much go at the minute.
No, but as soon as we know, we'll be able to share it on our page once it's happened. And before we were talking about fundraising.
Yeah.
And we were talking about giving back and the importance of people giving back. And you said that you support other charities.
Yeah, we do. We do teach the students. You know, it's not all about them, and you know, people do a lot for us, and we need to give back too. So we normally, you know, choose a particular charity. Over the years, we've done Queen's Cause, we've done Macmillan. We do a lot for the Alzheimer's. We've done cardiomyopathy, because that's another one close to our hearts, the same as the Alzheimer's. We've done the breast cancer. We do the Macmillan coffee mornings. We do, you know, we get people in, they bake, we have like, you know, the things, and then they'll get off and give them a song. And so we make it like a nice little morning or a nice little afternoon, which again, the students get a lot out of.
Yeah.
They do get an awful lot out of. And last year we chose Joe Moore, because he was fundraising for his caravan. So we managed to raise £1,000 for him from going out and singing in Tesco's and different other bingo and different other things that we
well
managed
as raising funds for your own productions and your own organisation. You also help others as well, isn't that lovely?
You know, we've got to teach. It's not just about us. We've got to teach. You know, we're a community-based company, and we need to give back. So, you know, they also go out and sing. You know, they'll go out and sing for people in homes and different things like that as well. So we like to keep them as out in the community and as community-based as we possibly can.
And that's the social side of it as well, isn't it? Going to different places, engaging with different people.
And the one place that they all love going to is singing at the hospital.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they all love going to sing at the hospital, and all the staff are so lovely, and they'll come down to the garden when they're singing in the garden, and they'll come and watch them. And the patients, they'll bring the patients down, and everybody just gets so much out of it. It's a lovely time. So we do that a couple of times a year as well.
Which is fabulous. So how can people support? If somebody was listening and they think, you know, I love that, it's a great idea, I'd love to support them. What ways can people support? And it doesn't have to be financially, you know, sometimes people can support in different ways.
Well, just contact us, really. Do you know what I mean? If they've got a skill that they'd like to share with us, because you know, we often have like people in to do different crafts, you know, as a one-off type of thing, where people will come along and, you know, teach them a particular thing. Like we had a lady in doing book folding, you know, just different, just something different, something that, you know, will capture their imagination, and they can go home with, you know, take whatever they've made home with them. So there's that aspect of it. You know, if people wanted to, if you've got excess stuff for Christmas that they don't want to, and we can always use it for raffle prizes and stuff like that. And then, you know, I'm supposed, if anybody does want to make a financial donation, then, you know, that's very greatly received as well. You know, we've only got one bank account, so, you know, we just give you the number and the bank account number, and they can just transfer it in. Fabulous. We've got one couple that do it every year. Every year they send us a check, and because their children and grandchildren are all grown up with great grandchildren now, what they do is they put X amount in because they don't buy the kids the stuff anymore. So they send us the donation of what they would have spent on the great grandchildren or the grandchildren. So people are very kind and very generous. We've also got one grandparent who puts an X amount in every month. Do you know what I mean, as a donation, which all gets, you know, it's spent on them. They decide what they want to buy with it. We've had, like, we bought an Alexa, and so the students decide. So it's empowering them as well. You know, this is what we can do. You know, we do loads and loads of trips out and days out, and especially in the summer.
Say in the summer, are you open all year round?
We only close. The 2 weeks that we close are the week in between Christmas and the New Year. Other than that, we're open the rest of the year. So it's really 51 weeks we're open.
So could somebody volunteer their time, say in the summer holidays? They might say, you know, I've got a few days and I could come and volunteer.
Absolutely, we've also done placements for you know, the students when you come to leave school and stuff like that. We do placements. We also do placements for people who are on this health and social care courses who are looking to do a disability placement, and we've done stuff with their child and stuff like that, where they come and spend a couple of weeks with us, just to get used to working with people with disabilities. So yeah, anything's possible.
Fabulous. I love it. I just think it's great, and I'm
such
just
a good organisation, honestly, what they do, and the variety. My mum worked with similar adults with learning difficulties and St Helens years ago, you know. But I know from the young person who's accessed this, the variety of stuff they're able to do there is phenomenal, you know, and the fact you're running it all year round, it's not just term time and things, you know, it's just great.
And it's opening them up to what everybody else accesses, isn't it?
It's just giving them an opportunity to in a safe, secure environment, you know, to experience these things, you know. So like even down to like the social aspect when we're doing the fundraising. A lot of our fundraising takes place in the pub, which is literally on the next road, who help us out so much where our allotment is. So we've got the social aspect of that. Do you know what I mean? And the customers in the pub all love them, and you know they're really welcoming, and it's great. We went and did a carol concert for them at Christmas, just before Christmas, you know, and we raised a lot of money that night. So people are good, people are kind.
They are.
I think people are very good and very kind.
They are, and I think when you're spending the money that's directly on the young people who are coming in, you know, so if somebody is to make a donation, they know that it's going directly into your, you know, the operations of taking them on trips and, you know, buying Alexas and asking them what they want. You know, it's their voice. That's so important, isn't it? You know, rather than giving, you know, 1 pence of every pound goes to the charity because the rest goes somewhere else, doesn't it? You know?
Yeah. As I say, it's down to them. You know, in years past, you know, they can see what we've got, and it's like, okay, what you want to do now with it? What, you know, we've taken them to theatres, we've taken them, you know, trips out. It's what they want to do.
What's the funniest thing that they've ever asked you for?
Skydiving.
I'm going to do that when I'm 100.
Skydiving. That's how, like, it was when at Christmas we asked them all, what is it you want to do for next year? What do you want to go on the timetable for next year? And that's how one of the students said, I want to learn to tap dance. So one of our parents approached the company that they work for because they knew they did charitable donations. And even though we're not a charity, we are a CIC, a non-profit company. So they made us a donation, and we went out and bought every single pair of them a pair of tap shoes. And we had such fun, do you know what I mean, to it, because that's what they wanted to do. So we gave them that opportunity to do it.
Oh, I just think that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I want to go. I need tap shoes.
So, but from that, the certain students that have like really developed and taken it on, and they're now, you know, really, really good. So nothing's ever wasted, and you know, it just comes back into circles.
Isn't that lovely?
It's fab, isn't it?
Southport Golf Club. You know, they were really good at Christmas. They made a donation, and we bought them the resin kit so they can make their own little resin jewelry and stuff like that. So, as I say, but we also will let them know what the money's been spent on, so it doesn't just disappear. You know, we'll thank them and say this is what they've chosen to buy, and you know, this is what we've.
And I think that's worth a lot, actually.
It is.
If you know where your money's going, you know, and it's a local charity as well. You know, wonderful.
Amazing. So the 20th and 21st, am I right?
Yeah. It's also nice.
21st, number 10, Oak Theatre, Scarisbrick Hall School. I will share it again, and as I say, you know, there's still some tickets left if you want to go along, and if you can't make it, you can still donate the price of a ticket. We're which, you know, you could be buying somebody another pair of tap shoes or something, you know.
Well,
which
there
is,
you go. You never know.
or you could be sending somebody to skydive if that's what they really want to
There
do.
you go.
Which is fabulous.
We've had them all roller skating. We've had them all doing all kinds of things. So,
It's brilliant.
you know,
It's just enhancing people's lives, and also
Yeah.
the
Massive.
places where they go, it's enhancing the staff's lives as well. Because when you get a gang in, you know, the people in the pub will all just love it. They'll go home feeling great.
Yeah.
It's just ace. It just enhances everybody. It really
I think
does.
that comes across most is when we go to the hospital.
Yeah.
You know, when we go to the hospital and you see people's reaction, and also when they're singing in Tesco's, like people will just stop shocked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll just stop in the tracks and stand and watch and sing and clap and join in
And
with
smile.
them. Yeah. And
smile.
it does, and people will stop you and say, "Do you know what? You've made my day today."
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
Oh, I
or,
love
you know,
that.
and you know, watching these, and then they'll start telling you about the family, and you know, I had a sister or an aunt, or
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and it just brings people together. As I say, the power of music is so powerful. You know, it is great.
Oh, definitely, and keep it going, and you know, we'll keep on sharing everything
We'll keep
from
up the good fight, girls.
you. So we have a quick red face moment.
Oh, okay.
Something slightly embarrassing that's happened to you that people can laugh along with. Sandra, did you send a WhatsApp to anybody this week?
I did. I sent it to myself to
No, you
remind
sent
me.
it to the chair of governors.
Oh yeah, that was terrible. Yeah. So I sent. Forgot about that. Couldn't remember what it was bar this evening. Oh yeah, that was terrible. He said about doing something. He put a thumbs up. So I sent him SpongeBob SquarePants blowing kisses by accident. I don't even know how I sent it. It was just, and I was like that. Oh, and there was this thing. He just like put another thumbs up, and I was just like, oh god. And I said, I'm really sorry. I don't know how I accidentally sent you that gif of SpongeBob SquarePants blowing kisses. Alex laughed when I told him. Oh, it was mortifying. And then
He'd laugh though,
tonight
Bob,
I'm
wouldn't he?
there doing my shopping, la 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 la, because normally I'm really busy, and I'd stayed late at work tonight. And there I was. I popped in the supermarket on the way home, and then picked up a few bits and bobs, and then the work phone went, and I thought, what? So I picked it, and it's Helen. I thought, oh. And then I thought, oh no. And then I realised I've left my phone, and I was like that. Oh, and she went, you jumping on, and I just completely forgot about everything. So there we go.
Well, they are,
Okay.
what
Mine
about
this week.
yours?
Go on.
Mine this week has definitely been. Obviously, we've got to send out photographic permission and filming permission, and I've done the thing and sent it all off to parents to sign and send back. Can't edit. They can't edit it. So that was my first blunder. And when we read it through, I put Shine, which was the previous show, not 10. So yeah, that was me 2 for this week, girls.
Yeah, you just say that was just a test to see if you actually read me emails. I'm going to send the second one out later. Yeah.
What about you, Hal?
I'm all right. I haven't had a red face.
Oh, you wait then. I didn't have one last week, Amanda. I've had a double whammy this week.
Oh, I had a good one.
Yeah. SpongeBob SquarePants blowing
That
kisses.
was a great one, though.
Yeah. No, it wasn't.
Shout out to any grown-ups who've done fabulous things this week. Have you got? You must have loads of grown-ups to shout out to, Amanda.
Oh, you put me on the spot here.
Well, I'll do one then while you're thinking, Amanda. So I'd like to do a shout out to Caroline Gillam, because Caroline really promotes your organisation to everybody, you know, and she moves heaven and earth for her daughter, you know, and her daughter has a lovely life because of the activities she enhances, etc. And I think she's a real advocate for your charity. Well, for your organisation rather, you know.
Yeah, she is. I'm going to give a shout out to my Uncle Ron.
Oh, me fave. Yeah.
Yeah. So on Saturday or Sunday, he got a new laptop.
Good for him. He's amazing.
So like technical genius, gets a new laptop. I got a little message saying I've got a new laptop. Absolute whiz he is. So age is an attitude, not a number. He's got a really big special birthday coming in January, and it begins with a N. Yeah, I know. And I think, to go out and buy a new laptop is just phenomenal. So I'm giving him a shout out.
Wow.
There you go.
Shout out to Uncle Rob.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to give a shout out to the rest of the staff. So Jel, Donna, Ali, and Joe, for all the help this week. Yeah, I'm going to shout out
Fabulous.
to the staff.
Big shout out to all of them. Podcast book, listening or reading?
Bit of both, actually. 50-50 on that one.
Have you got one that you can share with us?
Book or
either a book or
that you're reading or listening to at the moment?
I like listening to the Diary of a CEO.
Oh, I listen to every episode of that without fail.
I do like, I do like that one.
Bartlett. Although this week, Hell, I've been listening to yours that you always recommend, the High Performance Podcast.
High Performance Podcast, hands down.
I'm still devastated at finishing War and Peace. I feel like I've lost a hobby because it went on for that long.
No. Well, I'm listening to Winning by Tim Grover, which is last week. Anna Sexton, who was our guest, recommended it.
That's right.
So on her recommendation, I am listening to that. But I also bought a book for uni, which was £28. But I thought I'm not very good digital books, so I'm going to buy it.
Yeah, me neither.
So I thought I'm getting this big, huge, massive textbook. Like a puffin, like a little tiny puff book like that.
What's it called?
Reflective. It's upstairs. It's reflective learning. It's about creative and critically thinking and being reflective on stuff. And they recommended it anyway. I tried to get it online. I can't read it online. I thought, no, I need the book. I'll go on and get it. So I ordered it. I'm waiting for me textbook, like this sort of A4 size. It's about like that big little titchy weeny thing. But never mind. It's very interesting. So yeah,
some like the hardback things and stuff you read for uni and stuff, like £90
I know. Well, if you go on eBay and you go to World of Books, you get them second hand for like a £5.
Amazing.
Yeah. So anyway, thank you very much to Amanda for coming on. We're going to say your leg for your performance.
Oh, thank you.
That means good luck in the showbiz world. So I want to say a massive, and we'll share everything for you. Do you have a closing quote or mantra that either you live by or the group live by?
What would you say our quote is? Reach for the stars.
Reach for the stars. I love
Reach for the stars.
Yeah, I love that. So we will see everybody next week. Massive thank you to you, Amanda, and to Sandra, and we'll see everybody next week.
Thanks for my talk.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.